Hello, and welcome to Unexplained Possibilities Too Crazy to Believe. Here, we're going to tell you a story or stories that might be real or too crazy to believe. It is up to you to figure out which is what. Now, let us not waste a second of time and jump right into it. A hero is a person who is admired or idolized for courage, outstanding achievements, or noble qualities. At one point or another, the vast majority of us in the world have wanted to become a hero, or we idolize someone of whom we consider a hero, whether they be real or fictional. Jacques Bordeaux is one of the few to have reached his childhood dream of becoming a hero. Jacques is a nurse who just started working the night shift at a hospital in New York, who rose to fame saving the life of a patient who went into cardiac arrest. Jacques' co-workers all congratulated him on saving a life. This feeling of heroics that Jacques has chased and wanted for much of his life, he now finally got. He was on top of the world. He was a hero. However, his fantasy of being the hero of the hospital was short-lived, as the next night it was business as usual. Jacques once again blended in with the other nurses of the hospital, his life-saving deed having already been forgotten. Weeks pass by, and Jacques can't forget the euphoric feeling of saving a life. He wants to save another life, and he actively prowls the halls of the hospital, almost hoping for someone to stare into the eyes of death, only for him to show up like an angel of mercy and cheat death from taking a soul of one of the patients. Eventually, Jacques would get his wish. A patient went into cardiac arrest, and Jacques rushed to their aid. However, this time his heroics weren't enough. Death would claim Jacques' patient despite his best efforts to save them. The next night, another patient suffers cardiac arrest, and then another, and another. Interestingly enough, Jacques was almost present, trying to save the life of the patient before anyone else could respond. Majority of the patients Jacques tried to save ended up passing away, and only a handful survived. This started to raise suspicion. Perhaps the hospital hero is more of a villain. As fate would have it, one of the patients Jacques saved would claim that they almost died because Jacques poisoned them. This sparked an investigation of Jacques, where several drugs were found in his home and, if blended together, would make a death cocktail. Jacques would mix the various drugs together and put them in a patient's IV, which would cause them to go into cardiac arrest. Jacques wanted to be a hero so badly, he became a villain and killed dozens of people. Now this once viewed angel of mercy had evolved into the angel of death, who will now spend the rest of his life in prison. So what do you think? Is this heroic tale turned treacherous tragedy true, or a not-so-superhero story created from the imaginations of us here at Unexplained Possibilities? Let us know what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you all for checking out this Too Crazy to Believe, and keep on the lookout next week as the answer to the story will be revealed.